Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dami. I'm a student here in the Philippines. In this video, I have my Indian friends with me and we'll be discussing the new reality of Indian students studying medicine in the Philippines. Recently, their government passed a law that all Indian students should go back home because their BSc degree for medicine will no longer be validated, which means they cannot get their license in India. As you all know, if you study medical course in Philippines, be it nursing, medicine, you have to go back home to take your license exam because Philippines do not allow you to take your license exam except otherwise. Now, this is the new reality they have to deal with, and today I'm going to be talking to them to know how this have affected them and how they intend to cope with it in the future. So meet my guest. So what's your name?
Vaikav.
And you? Recently, your government passed a law that you guys should go back home actually because they will no longer validate your medicine degree. Can you briefly tell me few reasons behind this whole scenario? Why did your government pass the law?
First reason is this: any country wants anything should be in quality, not in quantity. If you are a doctor, you are going to treat the patient.
Yeah.
If you are an engineer, you can do any mistake because it's mechanical thing.
Yeah.
But as a doctor, it's biological thing.
Yes.
You are dealing with a life.
You are dealing with life. Even as a nurse, you're dealing with life, and any mistake, the life is gone.
Life
is gone.
So that's why they introduced this law. And the second point, in so many countries, like Indian students are going different countries.
Okay.
For example, if you are going to Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, in some of their country, it's not also degree, it's only diploma.
Okay.
And when you are going in China, it's mandatory you have to learn Chinese language. You have to practice medicine in Chinese language.
Okay.
But think like that, you treated one patient in Chinese language. When you will come back to India, it's like a quite new different experience.
So are you saying that if a student study in, for instance, let's use China for instance, they cannot get their license there? They have to go back to India to get their license, just like in Philippines?
The medicine course which is there in China, it is written in Chinese language. So like the students who are going from India to China, they will just study first Chinese language, then later on like they will study medicine in the Chinese language.
Okay.
So like when coming back to India, so like the medicine will be like of Chinese language, right?
Okay.
So like it will be a difficulty for those also Indian students who will be like pursuing the medicine in China.
Let's talk about generally the reasons why they ask you people to come back home is because they want quality, not quantity.
Exactly. Yeah.
So are you saying that the students that normally go abroad to study, like Philippines, China, maybe Japan, Singapore, they don't really get the quality education? Is that what your country is saying?
It's not like they are saying they can't able to get the quality education.
Okay.
Thing is this: when students are going outside,
Okay.
like we are in the age of 20s or like 30s.
Okay.
So in that age, like children are not that much aware of their future.
Okay.
If you see here as well, like there are so many out of 100%, 80% of students are just for enjoying here, just enjoying, like a vacation.
In the Philippines.
Yeah. And when they come here, they don't realize like why their parents sent here.
So they forgot that it's because of education that their parents send them here. So it's like they are just whiling away time. So your government is trying to cop that.
Yeah, our government is like students are going to abroad, like just enjoying and all, like just forgetting about the Indian culture, Indian like all those like whatever like we have learned from India.
Okay.
The government is thinking like our Indian students are going to abroad, they will forget each and everything. And the Indian, like the culture, the medicine, especially from India.
Okay, like the medicine that you guys use in India, the students are not learning so much about it. They are learning other people's culture.
Culture, yeah.
Okay.
Because if we come in Philippines, of course, like the Philippines education curriculum will be related to Philippines.
Yes.
So the disease and also the clinical exposure will be there of Philippines only.
Okay.
So, like,
and then now it's just like you didn't study in India. You study in Philippines and you cannot get license in Philippines. Not forgetting that all the disease, the diagnosis you've learned is related to Philippines, right?
Yeah.
So now you're coming back to India to get license. So it's like you guys went out and you want to get your license easy. So they now decide that no, all students should stay back in India and take medicine, right?
Yeah.
If I'm correct. So is that the only reason behind them taking this decision, or if there's any other thing?
One more reason, like if there are so many students are going outside and reading, the country's GDP is also
Low.
affecting.
Okay, it's affecting your economy. Okay, so it's like you guys are taking the money that's supposed to be going into Indian economy for development. You're taking it abroad.
Yeah.
And then the economy in India is suffering.
Yeah.
And then you now come back after 4 years. Okay, Indian, give me license.
Exactly. Yeah. It is like we have ate at like someone's house and like
Then you come back home.
Come back home and telling mom, I don't like this food.
Now I understand. So the basic reason that they are saying is like they want quality. Apart from that, it's also affecting your economy in India. The money, it's because in Philippines we have lots of Indian students. I can imagine that if that money is in India, your country will have been very developed, right?
Yeah.
And now you guys, after your grade 12, you just leave India and come to Philippines, go to US, go to Singapore, just anywhere you can have it easy, right? Then you guys go there. When was the law passed?
It's like 18 November 2020.
In 2020,
During COVID pandemic.
during COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
Was it like stamped or it was proposed? You know, it's two things. Like, okay, we're proposing to stop foreign students from getting license in India if they didn't study in India, and it's different that we stamped the law, because some of you came around that time. So is it that the law was not fixed at the time you guys left India?
Yeah, the law was not yet fixed. It was like, okay, we have heard about it. We didn't heard about that law when we were in India.
Okay.
Like it was like on the air, like, okay, the law has passed. It's okay. It will pass, because our agent said like it will change later.
Okay, so the problem started with the agents.
That's true.
Yeah.
So they know about it, but they did not tell you guys because they wanted you guys to come to the Philippines. Now you are in the Philippines, you realize that there's a law.
Yeah. Because the law, like, when we come to Philippines, we understand the law. What is the law exactly?
Okay.
Because like when I was in India or when he was in India, like we only heard about like this law has been passed. So
Okay.
we were like, yeah, it's okay, we can manage. Our agent said like that, like it will be passed. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
So,
like along the line where you study before your 4 years and maybe the government will change the law, and that's why you guys came here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's
Like knowing your new reality that your BSc will not be validated, how did you feel? Like you've come to the Philippines, you started, some of you haven't finished pre-med at the time the law became very strict. How did you guys react to the news?
We were like, what to do now? The reaction was like literally, because it was new for us, because we already came, we already like spent so much amount in our BS.
Yeah, BS biology.
Yeah. So like our parents had done, like, because our parents financial and all those, we don't know, right? They are arranging the money somehow.
Yeah.
So like we are thinking like our parents' time, our like especially our time will get wasted.
Yeah, because going back home, all the BS is useless, right?
Useless, yeah. Because that BS degree will only be valid in this particular Philippines country.
Okay.
If we go like in India with that BS degree, Indian government will like, what is this? So yeah.
So how did your parents react to the news?
Actually, on the time, a lot of parents are not yet aware.
Okay.
And when some of the students got aware, some are like, on the time we are having some enthusiasm. We all want to come Philippines.
Okay.
Not because of only study. We are going to watch one of the new country in our life.
Yeah, like like Philippines is beautiful. The tourists. It's not just about the education. You guys were just eager to go.
Yeah.
But at the point that you guys came here, you heard about the news. Definitely, you will relate it to your parents, right? So how did your parents react to it?
When this news is heard by our parents, like there are some categories of parents. One of the category decided we have to put one case or one file in the court.
Okay.
Another category said we will talk to ministers,
Okay.
Ministry of Health
Okay.
of Indian government. And one of the parents said they just called to agents, and agent said, "Don't worry, we are here now. Don't worry."
Oh.
Like that.
So your parents are between dilemma. Like
Yeah.
some of them thought like, okay, we'll talk to the government, we'll appeal, we'll protect. And some of them are like, just talk to the agent, and the agent is still assuring them that it's fine.
Yeah. Now also agent is still assuring.
Still assuring.
Fine.
The agent, but recently some of you went back home. Like some students
Yeah.
decided that they don't want to take that risk. They went back home. What made them take that bold step? Is it that they just feel like there is no change? Actually, like the person I told you about, your friend, that I talked to somebody that is going to come on my channel to talk about his life as a student here, and I reached out to him like, okay, can you come on the channel now? He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I went back to India. And I was like, okay, why? It was like, my degree is no longer validated and I don't think I want to risk it. Are there lots of students that have taken such decision?
Yes.
Yeah, there are lots of students because like from our batch only like many students went to India. So
They went back home.
they went back to home.
So now, since they passed this law, the school you're attending currently, what was their advice to you guys?
Our professor, doctors like just advise like if you want to continue here, you can continue, but unless and until you are you want Philippines as a country, like as a stay or as a citizenship and all.
So are you saying that if you finish your BSc here in the Philippines and the law is not lifted, the only option you have is Philippines?
No, not Philippines. Like Philippines is the option, but like except India, all other countries.
Okay, you guys can go to other
Yeah.
countries, but India is out of
Yeah.
it.
But think is this might be 2, 4, 10, 15 years we can live outside the country.
Before you can
But
get
some days somehow we have to go back.
Yeah, because like
true.
it's our country, like
There's
we
no
have
place
that,
like
yeah.
home.
Yeah.
So that's why most of you prefer to like go back home and get your license at home, so that even if you go abroad and you don't feel like living abroad, you can go back home and still practice your medicine in the country. But now India is out of it, except otherwise later, right?
Yeah.
The students that go abroad in general, whether Philippines, any Asian country, when they go back home, did they normally pass the exam?
If you pass the exam, like there are two things: failure ratio and passing ratio.
Yeah.
Then the failure ratio is more over.
So
70%.
I feel like that's why your government passed the law, because if there's failure, definitely they will decide that
Yeah.
no, it's like you guys are not learning anything. Come back home and learn here. Let's be the one to train you.
That's true.
Yeah, that's the thinking of our Indian government actually.
Oh, don't come and be a quack doctor in India, because if you go abroad and you cannot defend it, it's like you're a quack doctor, right?
Yeah.
So come to India, let's train you in India. If you really want to be a doctor in India, you have to learn in India, right? Actually, let's just be frank. I think education varies from country to country. For me, I'm a Nigerian, right? And I'm going to take my license exam back home. In my country, we don't do objective. They do more on theory.
Subjective.
Yeah, like you have to write. Let's say you're talking about kidney. You have to draw the kidney, label it. Like it has to be details. Why in Philippines they just ask you the question in objective? You don't need to like write. So that's why for us, you are not allowed to take your license exam immediately when you get home. You need to go back to school for 6 months. You get adapted to the country style of exam and everything, then
Yes.
you can then take your license exam. Because if you're just coming from foreign country, obviously Philippines is, their curriculum is what is best for them, right? And then we will come in as foreign students, so they cannot change their curriculum because of us, right? So if you're going back home, you have to be the one to adjust to your country.
Yes.
So like in my own case, I have to go back to school for 6 months. That's if I want to take my country exam. But if I want to do NCLEX or any other one, as for Philippine exam, I'm not allowed to take it, right? But for us, for few students that have studied here, due to adaptation of that 6 months, most students do pass their exam because India have their law of exam, right?
Yeah.
Which is totally different from Philippines,
Yeah.
right? Or is it same style,
No, it is totally different.
right?
Yeah.
So you know, you're just coming from Philippines and then you want to go and take your license. Definitely there will be failure rate. The rate of failure is definitely going to be very high, right? As Indian students who came to the Philippines to study and now this law is passed already, what advice can you give to upcoming Indians planning to go abroad to study medicine? What country is best for them at this point in time?
That depends on specific people. But I will definitely say if you're going to any country, when I came to Philippines as well, I did research for 2 months before coming Philippines.
Okay.
Like in reality, I was not coming to Philippines. I was planning to go Norway.
Norway.
Yeah,
Okay.
because in Norway the medicine is free,
Okay.
but expenses of accommodation is quite high.
Okay.
But when I checked the Indian government official list of colleges, so on the time we are having one authority named as MCI,
Okay.
but now we are having NMC, new
Okay.
authority.
New authority.
Yeah, MCI. So Medical Council of India,
Okay.
and NMC means National Medical Commission.
Okay.
So in MCI they gave some list, like I think 500 colleges throughout the world.
The word.
Throughout the world,
Okay.
you can only able to
Choose.
complete the medicine in one of them. And
Like
one
there are
more,
particular list of countries.
There are particular list of countries
Yeah.
that you can study medicine as an India.
Yeah.
as
Okay.
well as particular list of colleges as well.
Okay.
It's not like that you go to Philippines and
Even us too, as Nigerians, there are some colleges here we cannot study because our country do not approve them.
Yeah.
Correct.
The
Just same.
foreigners recognize.
Yeah, because our country do not recognize them back home. So
so later on I just researched on Uganda. I
okay.
hope you heard the name.
Yeah, Uganda is in Africa. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheap as well. But when I just trying to apply for it, I think it's 5 or 6 Indian students only, and the seats are full.
Oh, so
on my time.
on your time.
Yeah, then I tried for what's the name of the country? China.
Okay.
My father is saying like if you are going to China, it's best.
Okay.
Because if you talk about the quality of education, might be they are teaching or it's necessary to learn Chinese language,
Okay. But they are doing well. They are very
but the
good.
quality of medicine is fantastic.
Okay.
Then I thought to go China.
Okay.
Then I searched on the Google like how to learn Chinese.
It was very
Actually,
difficult.
I learned Chinese for 15 to 20 days.
Oh.
Yeah, and later I just checked world hardest language, and I found one name. Chinese. Yeah, that was Chinese.
Wow.
But my father, like on the time, I was thinking to go China,
Okay.
but there is some tension between Indian and China border.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my father said it's not better to go there
Okay. Okay.
because
Okay.
on the same instinct, Ukraine and Russian war got started.
Oh. Okay.
On the other
During that period of time.
that
Yeah.
year.
So then I thought, okay, let's check for Philippines.
Okay.
Lastly, I thought,
Okay.
and I just checked. Okay, 4.5 year MD.
Okay.
MD means Doctor of Medicine,
Okay.
and 1.5 year BS Biology.
Okay. So
Pretty
that's like 5 years and a half.
Yeah,
5 years, 6 months
Yeah.
to study for medicine, everything plus your pre-med in Philippines.
Yeah.
Correct.
And our like pre-medicine was online.
Okay. It was
During
online.
pandemic. It was in pandemic.
Complete.
Yeah. Complete our pre-medicine was online. So like at that moment we are not like we don't know what exactly happening
In the
Like,
Philippines.
Yeah.
So it was like your agents were the middle people. They were the people in between you and the school.
Yeah. They are in between. Like yeah. They just need
They'll just give you the
Yeah.
any information they feel like they will favor them as agents. That's
Yeah.
what they tell you guys. They don't give you guys full details. Oh, if you come to Philippines, it's like this, it's like that. They just tell you just so they can get money from you guys, right?
yeah.
Do you think that your government will revoke the law in between? Maybe there's hope for you guys that something is going to happen before you graduate.
According to our agent, they are saying instead of pessimistic, it's better to become optimistic.
Okay, so it's better for you not to go home, just stay
Yeah.
in the country and continue to study.
Yeah.
But on your own part, do you feel it's a good game?
It's like, the game of like probability for right now, because it's like do or die.
Okay.
Because if we go in India, what we'll say, we have done pre-medicine and that degree is also not valid in India. And the second thing, if we stay here and if we do like, if we carry on our studies,
Okay.
we are in that dilemma like, okay, our law will pass.
Okay.
Our law will like.
And even if the law did not pass, you can go to other countries and,
Yeah.
and practice.
Yeah.
Just that maybe even when you are old, you cannot go back to India and practice.
Practice, yeah.
Okay.
The one
So,
issue is
and-
this: whenever you want to go any country, the country used to ask, "Are you having license?"
yes, exactly.
Yeah, that is the.
And if you will say like, "I don't have license of my country," I don't have license of even where I studied. They are saying, "Why we will give license?"
That's the point.
Yeah, because there are some, let's say for me, if I want to take NCLEX or even UK exam, the easiest way is for you to get like your local license, then you use it to get other country license, right?
Yeah.
Now you don't have it, you don't have Philippines, you don't have India. Why do you want us to give you license? Since you didn't study in our country.
Like there is no proof, like you studied. Like that.
True. But just in case a government official is watching this, what do you think you could tell them? Like you say, your parents are already protesting, your parents are already like taking a step so that the law will be revoked, right? Are you appealing on the behalf of your student that they should please like change the law for you guys so that it's easy for you guys? What do you want to say? Maybe your president or your government official can watch this video. What do you want to tell them like they should do for you guys?
We just want to convey the message to government of our India is that, okay, you have passed the law, it's okay, but like just don't impact the law those who are already in Philippines and study.
Okay.
Because there are many sacrifices we have done before like our course, because like not every medical student is financially dependent.
Yeah.
Because many of them took education
Loan.
and many of them like have like, because our parents fight, because my mom is a single parent, so like she had took education loan and she's paying my like the fees.
Okay.
So I don't want like this money to be wasted just because of the law and all. So that's what, like if you wanted to pass the law,
Please help them.
please pass the law, but now who is entering in Philippines, not for those who are already studying in Philippines. That's the thing.
Although recently I saw some students like coming in. What do you have to say to such students? I feel like they are not aware.
Yeah, some students who are coming, please just check the Google. You have the cell phone, right? You have the information. Like just
Exactly.
check it, because,
Check to be sure.
Yeah, think before you act.
Yeah, because some students are coming in.
This is the main line. Think before you act.
So the main line is think before you act. Because I feel like I went to the mall and I still saw some Indian students just buying their school things. I'm like
Like they are following this crowd blindly.
Yeah, like wherever the crowd is going, they are going. They are flowing. Wherever our agent is saying, our agent is like for now for the students, agent is like a god. Okay, but
because the money is a lot to waste.
Yeah.
Even the time, the pain, the sacrifice of leaving your home, no family, nobody, and then
Exactly.
Like
end
in
up
that as
wasting.
well, there are some aspect. Some students are thinking we will go to India, we will open our personal hospital.
Clinics.
But you need license to practice that.
No, they will own the hospital and they will put doctors under
Yeah.
that.
It's like a business.
That's the
Oh!
master.
But for me, there's no self-fulfillment then. Because you study medicine so that you could care for people, right?
Yeah.
So now you are just a doctor, you can't even practice.
Yes, that's true.
There's no self-fulfillment
Yeah.
in it. It's just like you open a hospital. What's the essence that you're bearing a medical doctor but you cannot touch patient?
Exactly. There's no sense in that, like,
To me, it
you
doesn't
don't have
make
a degree,
sense.
Yeah.
Because it will be better that, I can, even if there's an emergency, they can call on you, the CEO, the owner of the hospital, to do something. But now you're subjected to people. If they decide not to come to work that day, your hospital cannot run.
That's true.
But if you have the degree, you have license, you can, if they are not competent, you can always do away with them. You have like your own stand too.
Thing
Right?
is this, there are so many students, they are business minded
Okay.
instead of
Going back home, I think that's a good alternative instead of wasting the whole effort. Like, okay, we'll just stay 4 years and
because like they didn't came intentionally to do this thing. But
okay.
now there is no way to go back.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
if they will go back,
It's
they
useless.
will lose the
Useless.
money.
Yeah, because a lot of medicine pre-med is around 400 to 500K, and you've paid house rent is not cheap. Even feeding money in Philippines is not cheap. So when your government pass such law, it's definitely going to affect the student both mentally, financially, and everything. So guys, this brings us to the end of this video. Do you have any other things to say to anybody, or we should just end it? Are you enjoying your stay in the Philippines? Because today is the first time I'm seeing you and we're talking. So how is life
There's one
between?
point I want to mention.
Okay.
When I come on the airport, even though Dean also asked me, our college Dean, if she is watching, I don't know. She said, "Why did you came to Philippines?" And my answer was to visit islands.
Have you visited islands? Have you traveled? So where have you traveled to?
100 islands?
Okay. I think I need to visit 100 Island. I've not been there. And what other place?
Thinking to go Bolinao.
Okay, but now it's just very close to us here.
Yeah, but exams are more way closer than Bolinao.
Yeah, you need to focus on your education. But you can even go at night. It's
We
open.
can go like, but the thing is this: out of 7 days, they are in first year.
Okay.
We are in second year. Out of 7 days, 5 days or 4 days exams.
Oh, okay.
And not only one, 2 exams in a day.
Yeah. So it's better just focus. Later you enjoy yourself. You have all the time to yourself. So guys, this brings us to the end of this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Click the like button and catch you in our next one. Bye.